Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 25 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are setting ourselves up a nice bee apiary. All the bees, all the honeycombs, all the infinite resources. Let's get started. Welcome back, all my friends, to another beautiful sunny day here in the Andrata Landia, where today we are going to continue on with our magic progression. In between episodes, I just went ahead and farmed up a little bit of this living wood. I ended up going ahead and adding the full 8 there because I can't do living rock yet, so it really doesn't matter terribly too much to have it set up for living rock, and I can make this faster, so why not? So we got 40 living wood, not the most, not the least. It's a start, right? Yeah, we got that going. I also added an extra slot to our belt here, and that was done just simply by adding the 1x1 or the single belt loop. We had enough integrity to add that onto here, so we have the single belt loop. So we have the 2 iron loop and then the 1 iron loop, so that we have a total of 3 iron loops. Outside of that, didn't really do too much. Inventory cleanup, of course, and all the normal hullabaloo and stuff that we got going on. So what I want to do now is, if you remember episodes ago, we were setting up the bees, right? Our lovely bee friends here, which has been working fantastically, have had no issues with this automation. This works perfect here as they do their thing. And then we end up getting, the stuff and things that we need from this. And we're doing pretty good. We're getting our Oreos, our food source is taken care of. We're good to go. However, we want to work on towards upgrading our beehives. You can see how far this is from our whole goal over here. This is how, let's see, we did this, but this is where we were at. And then we've added on all this extra stuff. By the way, this is a trading post. This is a mod that is added in called Trading Post. And this is basically an AOE trading platform block or whatever. You place that down. If you set up a villager trading hall, you can place that down and you'll be able to access all of the trades from one UI versus having to go to each and every individual villager. Just makes things a little easier from what I understand. This is the only flaw that we have with this whole setup here, because this hopper only picks up on the Y level above it. So this Y level here. And so these items, they sometimes get flung up top there, which means they don't get picked up, which means they're going to get destroyed. But that's okay. Every once in a while, I'll run by. If I see it happen, I'll pick them up. Otherwise, we're not losing terribly too much. But we have the stuff that we need to go ahead and upgrade these hives. So that's what we're going to work on. Is getting a tier 1 hive upgrade, because if you remember, we needed gold powder in order to do that. And guess what? We have finally gotten into nature's aura and gotten far enough into it to be able to get the gold powder, which means we can start quickly progressing. And from what I understand, the progression is going to be pretty quick from now, once we get the tier 1 hive upgrade, to be able to unlock the apiaries, because apiaries is king. That's where it's at. I know it was mentioned that I should put the scarecrow over here to stop them from trampling any of this stuff, but since we have the feral flare lanterns and the mob torch, I really haven't had many mobs, so I'm just going to go ahead and feed my animals with this wheat. Oop, pick that back up. Thank you. And let them do their breeding and keep expanding. So anyway, we need to go ahead and grab the stuff that we're going to need to get this hive upgrade taken care of, which shouldn't be too terribly difficult. We should have everything we need. I went ahead and got some grass. But we don't have any gold leaf because I haven't converted any of it over. So let's do this. First off, what is your usage? Outside of doing gold powder, you are used in the crafting of the Rumen of Alfheim. You're used in the craft of the wooden stand, so we don't want to convert all of you over. Gold powder for a altar of birthing of a carbuncle. Multiple different rituals require it. So, okay, so we don't want to convert all of them over. That's just what I wanted to see. So we'll convert over the 64 here, which is going to get us 2 stacks of gold powder. And then we still have 220 gold leaf. Plus, we still got a bunch over there with our trees and everything. I don't know how much of it we're going to need. I should tear it all down and then replant those trees, get a little bit more brilliant fiber, and we should be good to go. So that gets us the tier 1 beehive upgrade. And if we scroll down to our bees chapter here, we're going to see that's going to give us 8 to 16 honeycombs. Now, if we look at upgrading to a tier 2 beehive, what does that require? Well, beeswax and honeycombs. here's the question. Use on a previous tier nest to upgrade it. So do I need to upgrade these? Do I need to do a tier 1 to tier 2 to tier 3, or can I just go straight to a tier 2 hive upgrade and be good to go with that? We're going to find out right now. Let's put this in here. There we go. So this is going to get us the tier 2 hive upgrade. And then that's going to get us a bunch of resources, honeycomb blocks, which should allow us to get the tier 3 upgrade, except I need honey blocks. It's my best way of getting these honey blocks. I think I have honey from the quest line. Yeah, look at that. I don't have a centrifuge set up yet, so I can't do it the normal way, but we can do that, and that gets us 4 honey blocks, as well as the honeycombs. So if we get these out of here, we should be able to do this and upgrade it. Was that right? Oh, those are beeswax blocks. Wait, what was I looking at then? That required the honey. Oh, it was the tier 4 upgrade that needed the honey. So we need beeswax blocks. How much beeswax do I have? 1. All right, that might be our issue. Beeswax recipe. I know I bought these from a villager. What is our best way to get these? I think so. The dusty mumby that we have has a 40% chance of getting us 27. Oh, that's out of a that's out of the block, the honeycomb block. We would want the regular honeycomb. Multi-block only recipe for starry honeycomb, starry honey. I want to see. Let's look at our skeleton honeycomb. You get us bone blocks, so you're not going to help me. And then what else did I have? I had sooty. Do I have forest? Forest has a chance of getting me. I need blocks though. I'm going to need a lot of beeswax. And my villager died. That does have a 60% chance of getting us beeswax. But we don't have the, let's just get all of these and bring them back home. And we can put them in our system. That's fine for now. I don't have the villager, right? The villager who allows us to get the thing. Tier 2 bees, tier 3 bees. The villager who got us the, I'm just trying to see any of this stuff get us beeswax. We're going to need to make the centrifuge anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. Where's the glass come for that iron trap door, huh? And I think I have barrels in the system. Don't have a lever, though. So there's a manual centrifuge taken care of, so we can manually crank these things. And then this would require steel. Yeah, okay. So we're not able to get to that. So that's the centrifuge. That's going to get us a rare reward. Maybe it'll give us a bunch of beeswax. That'd be cool. Just trying to see anything give us beeswax out of this. No. That gives us honey blocks. Okay. So that's our issue. That's where we're stuck at. Hey, sandy bees. Nice. And droppers. We can put the droppers away. So we need to get beeswax, right? So let's get our honeycombs, and we can grab our woody honeycombs. And we'll use these, and then the sooty can be used for crafting, because we kind of seem to have more of those than anything else. But I want to get up, if we can get up to the apiary, that means we could have 9 bees in a singular enclosure that will be automated. Like, it'll automatically do the things that need to be done for it, which is great. So let's set up our centrifuge, and then I have to put the honeycombs in here, and then we have to shift click. How does this work? Stop doing the thing. Do I need bottles in there? I bet you I need bottles because it does produce honey. Bottles. You know what? I have a spell specifically meant for me to be able to go through these walls without having to walk all the way around, and that is much faster, right? Okay. So then I shift click. Excuse me, sir. I need you to do the thing. Shift and right click block to process honeycombs. So I need an empty hand. Ah, that's what it is. We need an empty hand. So once we do this, it's going to process them, and there's some beeswax and illuminating honey bottles. So basically, I just need to do this until it's all done. So we'll be back. Okay, and looky there. We processed what? Little less than 30 of these. And we got 51 beeswax, some oak logs, and some illuminating honey. So that's actually not too bad of a conversion right there for that beeswax. Now, is beeswax made in a 9x9 or is it a 4x4? Looks like it's a 9x9. Give me all of it back. Let's compress this. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and then we'll keep the rest. Like I said, we're going to find out if we can go all the way up. Like, I'm not sure. We're all the way up. All the way up. That's a song, right? Isn't that how it goes? Okay, so there's a tier 3 hive upgrade, which will finish off a quest, which is going to get me some honey blocks. Bam. And then we can upgrade that to tier 4. I do need to make my sooty into blocks, though. We're going to need 4 of these. I don't know what I just did. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. I don't know why I keep hitting request. There we go. Okay, so we got 4 of those. And then we need this till you do this. And go ahead and request. Bam. Oh, I forgot. We had the honeycomb blocks in the previous quest. Okay. And that's going to get us all 4 upgrades, right? Honey bottle, alchemist delight. And then we can use this to craft the apiary. Yes. Okay. So we can use this directly to craft the apiary. So we don't even need to apply this upgrade to any of the nests. We just go straight to an apiary, which we should be able to do. I should have, I don't have honey blocks. We do have honey blocks. Let's do this. Illuminating honey blocks. There we go. Is it specifically wanting honey? Apiary. No, yeah, this is showing any kind of honey. Come on, do the thing. There we go. I don't know why it was acting weird. I think it was because it was showing the regular honey, and it was just not wanting to NBT it up. Oh, I also had honey blocks there, so I didn't even have to worry about it. We got a flask of shielding, some honey bottles, a plate of honey glazed ham. It's a little on the nose, all of this stuff, you know. That can go there. Spruce log can go away. That can go away. Glass bottles can go away. So there we go. We have a tier 1 apiary. However, we're not done. There's a couple other things we're going to need for this apiary. Mainly being, first off, collect all the rewards, but we're going to need at least a storage, an apiary storage. And this is going to allow us to, the items that the bees create to gather them up. So we need a hopper and then any 4 chests and any 4 honeycomb blocks. We may have all this stuff available. Yeah, there we go. And what is the breeder? Like if we look at the apiary breeder, that just requires some flowers and a token of joy. Okay, so we're not there yet. But now we can go ahead and build out the multi-block structure that is going to be needed for the apiary. And get that going. Let's get oak logs. So let's get our spruce out. Maybe 2 of those. We're going to want our, let's get some spruce planks too. Because this is going to be a slightly bigger structure. Oh, okay. Can you type, please? And then clear glass. We're going to definitely need more clear glass. I'll probably just swap out because we no longer need to have these individual hives over here. I'll just take the glass from these when I go and build, because we have our exchanging gadget. We can just swap out. But if we take a look at our apiary and we ponder this, it's going to tell us exactly what we need to do. Bees that have gathered nectar will drip pollen as they that's pollen. Pollen is a mutagen, mutating bees. Oh, this doesn't actually tell us about how to build the multi-structure. This is about mutating bees, which is good. When you have to mutate bees, put them under a trap door. Bee's going to go over there, get its flower, pass over, and do the mutation and everything. But I believe if we get to the... will you show your... enable a preview? Yeah, so this is what it needs to look like. However, it's facing the wrong direction. It would actually be here. The hive would sit here. And yeah, so turn off the preview. Let's break this guy. Let's set it back here. It's going to go up one block, and then we'll enable the preview, and it does the same thing. Okay, buddy, you need to do better. There we go. So this is what it's going to look like. So it's a 7 by 6 by 7. So it's not exactly square structure that is going to have the nest, and the nest would end up going here, and then we'll have the storage sitting here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and build this, and then we will be back. Okay, so there we go. Apiary is set up. So I went ahead and tore everything out of these. As you can see, I swapped out the glass with the spruce planks and set this up. I put the ethereal glass in the back here. I don't know why I didn't just grab all of these. Ethereal glass in the back here, so that way we have access to this. So if we ever need to swap out a flower for one of these bees, we easily can. But then we have the access to this in the front, and this is a placeholder for the breeder that we'll eventually make and then place here. But if you look at our apiary, it is valid because it's not giving us the validate button anymore. And then we can easily click over here to storage and then bee import and export. So the way that this works is we have to import our bee into the hive. And if you look up here, it says 9 bees. That is 9 bees inside of the hive at any one time. That does not mean that you can only have 9 bees inside of the structure. Okay, so just to clarify, you could have 35 bees floating around in here. You probably wouldn't want to because they're all going to want their own individual flower. And so we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 25 flowers in here that we can potentially have 25 bees floating in there, but only 9 of them will be able to be inside of the apiary doing their honeycomb processing at any one time. Okay, so that's the way that works. So what we want to do is click the import button. We're going to get our jar back, and we're going to see, okay, the bee is imported. However, he is locked. What we want to do is unlock the bee. If you lock the bee, that means bee can't leave the hive, right? Can't leave the hive. So we're going to import all of our bees, set them all up in here. Bam. And so now we have individual bees in here, and then they're going to do their thing. So ticks in hive tells you how long left that they have to do their thing. So forest bee should be popping out here in just a moment. Bam. And then he will go do his pollinating thing, and then we'll end up with honeycombs in here. So now what we can do is pop back over this way and grab all of our bees. I love these bunny hoppers giving me that 2-jump height. We can grab all of our other bees and set them up as well. And we can start getting a bunch of honeycombs. Like we're going to really, our honeycomb production is going to start taking off. So we can grab our, we'll ignore the regular bees. And the clockwork bee is going to be set up special, and we'll do that as well. We're going to grab one of each of these. The RGB, sure. Beeper. I don't know if any of these bees are aggressive, which would be kind of bad. I don't think that they ever attack each other. Dusty mum bee and a sooty bee. But what we want to do, let's take a look at our bees. Make sure that they all, like, what is their flowers? So the dusty mumby, if we usage this, flower is oasis grass. So we need to get some oasis grass for the dusty mumby. So he's going to come over here. The ICB, that's you, is going to want any sort of flower. So we're good to go with the ICB. So we'll put it there. The rocky bee. Rocky bee wants any sort of flower, so we're good. Sandy bee. I'm going to assume sandy bee is probably the same. Sand bee. Interesting. When you type sandy, it doesn't show up. Any kind of flower. What about a beeper? Does the beeper blow up? That would suck. Any kind of flower. RGB. Any kind of flower. What is this? The shepherd bee. Stores various animal products in its birth when the RGB and water bee come together. That's one thing we're going to have to be careful of is like mutations, but we'll figure it out when we get there. We'll deal with it, I mean, when we get to that point. So we checked the RGB. And then lastly, the glowstone bee is any flower again. So we can go ahead and import all of these bees into the hive. The only time that it becomes a pain importing multiple bees into the apiary is when you have these slots are full, like, and you got to wait for them to actually do this thing. But if it is still the same as it was in Enigmatica 6, we can tick accelerate. And we're capped out, right? We don't have any more room for bees. But if we can do this, so let's take a look. So Sandy Bee has 1,500 ticks left or so, roughly. Oh, I don't even need to check. That obviously worked. So there we go. Now all of our bees are in here. They're hanging out. They're having fun. They're doing their flowering thing, pollinating, making us all kinds of honeycombs. So if we come over here, we'll see we are starting to get honeycombs. Now what we want to do is get some pipes. Do I have any pipes on me? I do. We can set pipes up to extract from this, or we could even use the factory honeycomb and place it there, but that's okay. We'll do this. We'll grab our chest. Since it's still tick accelerated, we were getting a bunch of stuff there. We'll get our chest, and I forgot this can't. It's the one annoying limitation with these things is that you can't have them one block, right? You got to have 2 block gap. We're just going to go ahead and invalidate this structure real quick. Let's grab this. Oh, that's going to be hard to place down properly, isn't it? If I put this here, I need to get the... Is this going to make my apiary angry? Yeah, it will. Apiary is not working for the moment, but that's okay. We just need to get this factory hopper. Oh, something's on fire. Oh, glowstone bee lights on fire. Okay, well, that's lovely. Maybe the glowstone bee should be in its own area. And yes, it's overkill using this factory hopper for this, and we may eventually end up replacing it. But for now, it's going to be okay. It'll do the thing. Yeah. So glowstone bee concerns me. We're going to grab the glowstone bee. It lights on fire. I don't know if that's going to light on any of our other bees on fire. So we're not going to allow that. Oh, no. Oh, something got turned into a blaze bee. Oh. We mutated unintentionally. That's what I said. Remember, we need to watch out for mutations. What got turned into a blaze bee? Because the glowstone bee is still there. What turned into a blaze bee? Yeah, you're the glowstone bee. You're RGB, beeper, ICB, sandy bee. Where did we get a blaze bee from? Apiary, bee flowers. Now, he wants a magma cake, so we can't even use the blaze bee yet. A beeper turns into a ghast bee. Yeah, but wait, that doesn't tell me. I don't know. I did not put a blaze bee in there, did I? I didn't have a blaze bee. I didn't put a blaze bee in there, but all of a sudden we have a blaze bee, but the recipe is not showing that blaze bees come from a mutation. Like a ghast bee. Well, that also doesn't show that it comes from a mutation. Yeah, it's a little confusing because it doesn't tell me that this comes from a mutation, but it clearly came from a mutation somewhere. Just says a blaze bee over a beeper will make a ghast bee, and a blaze bee over a basalz will make a basalz bee, and the same for all the blizzes and stuff, but this one would actually be kind of nice to get a ghast bee. And then get gas tears. Is that what this gives us? Yeah, you just give us straight gas tears, don't you? Usage of you in a honeycomb. Yeah, look, gas tears and then potassium nitrate. That's actually pretty darn cool. I don't know what bee it was that mutated, though. As long as it wasn't our Oreo bee, I'm fine. Skeleton bee is still here. Icy bee, rocky bee, beeper, water bee, Oreo bee. If anybody knows what bee, because look, there's the beeper. He's still there. There's our sandy bee, glowstone bee, water bee, sooty bee. The forest bee, maybe? That might be it. I don't see our forest bee anymore. Yeah, but this doesn't show that the forest bee has a mutation. So what? Whatever. It happened. That's what happened. But look at all these honeycombs. We're producing a ton of honeycombs already, and pretty quickly. So we need to get these two. They have a special flower that they're going to use. But other than that, that's our apiary setup. So I'm going to tear this down in between episodes, and then we're going to go ahead and work on setting up. Are you an apotheosis boss? Let's find out. He just got a lot of armor. Let's use our new bow. Oh, no, he just died in 2 shots. He wasn't an apotheosis boss. And our bow is good, but it's not that good. We need to get our bow sped up. Oh, wait, no, he didn't die. Oh, maybe he did. Okay. I lied. Yeah, anyway. So that is that, and that is going to be the end of today's episode. End breaking 2, quick draw. We can put these bee nests away, these arrows, spruce planks. You guys go here, you go here. We need to make the bee box, I think is what it's called. Let's look at our quests. Oh, also we got epic Oreos. Nice. It is the bee box, but it's a bee box. This allows you to store 10 bees inside of the bee box instead of having to carry around the bees, the jars. We could do this. So it's actually kind of expensive. I'm content with sticking with the jars. Okay, so jars are put away. We got a bunch of stuff to process. I'm going to wrap up the episode here. I'll process all this stuff, tear that down, and then we'll get our setup for our clockwork bee done. But that's it for today's episode. So if you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.